Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. We're going to do weekend energy. I'll write the time up here. I'm just trying to take some of these leaves, dead leaves off. Stuff everywhere. Okay. All right, let's do this. I need a black pen. Okay, I just, oh, you're a spider or something, fruit fly, something. Sorry. So sorry. Oh, I just realized you guys can kind of see me in the mushroom. Good morning. All right, we're going to do weekend energy. And I'm going to grab. Things that make you go. Let's see. I haven't used any of these in a while. Let's do this. Let's do these. Black pen. Ooh, black bottle pen. Ooh, black. Let's do read one. Greetings from symbol. Hello. Hope you're safe there. I hope you're safe there. Okay. Sorry for the chaos on my deck. Hey. Chaos on my deck, on my desk. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. All right. Probably do a couple different reads. We do have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Right now, that looks more like exhaustion. I'm going to go by depiction and then judgment. Interesting. Okay, weekend energy, read one. Instantly got pulled to a raccoon. Four of Swords. Chariot. Ace of Cups. It's Queen of Cups. It feels like before something can move forward, or it feels like you have an observer, somebody watching you. They could have feelings for you. This could be another woman. This could be somebody thinking about you. Right now, I can't tell if that's you or not. This is, you look, okay, I'll put it this way. Somebody seems indecisive when it comes to something over the weekend, or you just want to relax. Because this is, if you think about it in other cards, this could be stop, go. This is also congratulations. Needs could be met. If somebody is watching you, has an eye on you, which it definitely looks like they do, I'm not sure if it's like, oh, I'm going to come forward. I'm not. Let's get a few more. Got strength. So that means, you know, and I haven't said this in a while, but that's usually, the devil's usually lurking. Knight of Wands. See, this talks about something quick, but this energy does not. So there seems to be some type of dilemma in regards to, do you want to move forward? Do you want to accept someone's cup? Are you ready to love again? There is something like that going on. The Knight of Wands usually is quick. This could be like, all right, been here, done this, bad experience. I wouldn't say reminiscing or anything. It's just like, not ready, can't be. Okay, so here's the kind of confusing thing about this read, because it's also saying, I'm getting ready and not, here I come. You can't hide. I'm gonna find you. So this just could be like apprehensive energy on your end. Interesting. The eclipse, the full moon we have right now, could be factoring this situation. It doesn't look like you're... Interesting. Hold on. Let me get another card. Okay, so it does have to do with emotions. It does have to do with something from your past. I'm hearing breathing in. I don't know if this is breathing in, breathing out. Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Now I'm trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to interpretate this for you, because there's just so much energy here. There's nothing about this that looks hidden. It's almost like, can I make it any more obvious? Or can this energy make it more obvious? So it's like energy that's coming towards you. But this is supposed to be congratulations. You've already went through this, yada, yada, yada. Something to do with your past. It has to do with your feelings, especially the Queen of Cups. She likes to wear a heart on her sleeve. Very giving. You could be dealing with a Cancer here, just with the Moon and the Queen of Cups and the Chariot. It's a second buggy over here. Hope it's not from my new planes. Probably is. This, it's unknown, but it's not unknown. So I don't know if at one point possibly it was obvious. I'm going to grab a smaller deck. And go over some of these. Because this is about moving forward. This could just be somebody from your past trying to figure out how to. Yeah, I do think you have multiple energies here, which would make sense with this. With the Moon energy, this could be feelings, thoughts of people from the past. Let's see what this Four of Swords is. Tell me about this Four of Swords. The Page of Pentacles. So it's almost like here's this new opportunity. But then you have the Seven of Cups, which here is the Seven of Lotuses. Options. I'm really getting, I don't usually look at the Seven of Cups as just options. It could be obstacles, certain things, but this is offering a cup, which is right here. So I don't know if this is you in the sense, do I want to do this again? Do I give this opportunity? But here it's kind of telling me things could very much work out. But then you also have like a swift energy that also wants to make its way. It could be, again, somebody that's just admiring you, but it is something from the past. It could speak of forgiveness. And again, with the Moon, Meg, yeah, for sure, it can definitely be one of those. Looking at things differently, letting the past go, especially with this Moon in reflection. And just doing things the right way. Full Moon's about releasing, letting go, looking at things, discussing things, being mature about things. This last full moon was in Virgo, Hermit energy. But the Hermit, as I'm getting more wisdom than seclusion. It's a mixed point of view here, and I don't know why it feels that way for some of you guys. I'm not really getting a conclusion here. If I'm going to read it this way, this could be a situation where you're bored, you're not really sure where, I'm hearing accountability, if someone's going to take accountability, which is, you do have the Knight of Wands here. They don't, this, I don't, tell me about the Chariot. So this is somebody who wants to move something forward, whether it's you, somebody else, leaving things behind. Maybe you're worried about getting like hurt again. Two of Swords, indecisive. Wish these cards were a little bigger. They're beautiful. So how do you have this indecision with the Chariot? The Chariot moves forward. See what I'm saying? You can't move forward into this energy until this is cleared. And it's telling me their strength is there to do it. I think, again, I don't know if this hesitation is yours or somebody else's. So let's try to pinpoint that. What energy is carried by this Four of Swords? This is, it could just be relaxing, chilling, taking your time, but I don't see it like that. You got Justice, Libra energy is another woman on the card. Seems to be a lot of women in this deck, so I can't really go there. But there's a woman there trying to decide as well. It's almost like you're just trying to make a decision, but the Four of Swords, again, resting, recouping, especially with strength underneath. And you don't have any swords here, so no one's really stuck here in a mental situation. You've got Swords with Justice, but that's like the balance, finding the balance. Again, and I'm like, what's with the again? And I'm like, so again. So something is going to resurface from your past again. How you handle it is, clearly up to you. How you want to pursue this, how you want to look at something. The option will be there. The energy will be there. So there is some stuff a little stagnant. There is some stuff not being said. I do think it is time to release and possibly take a chance with this situation. But then you have a whole nother situation is what I'm hearing. And the Four of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and the Hangman with the Ace of Cups. So again, like lingering energy. But with this Four of Swords, same here, just kind of like relaxing. Do I want it? Do I not? Nine of Pentacles, pretty confident, feeling good about yourself. Something with structure here. Something with structure. And then the Hangman. So it's almost like putting it on hold, or you're going to have an opportunity to put it on hold, or how do you want to look at this situation and what word are you trying to use? So the confidence is here, but here it doesn't look like it's here, right? But then it's the same thing here. And then you got the Hangman energy. I'm hearing Pisces. Is needing to change your perspective when it comes to something here, when it comes to love. So I just hope by the end of the weekend or whatever this is, you make sense. Let me shut my ring off, but you can make sense of this whole situation. My phone has not stopped since I got back from Daytona. It's fucking insane. I ran into so many, made new friends, ran into so many old friends. It was almost like a fucking high school reunion. It was wild. It just stinks here because I'm just, you're held up here, but you don't need to be. So there's an energy that's obviously going to come around, but it's also saying like, this is justice. Like, this is the balancing of the scales. And I just don't think you see it yet. This might be also telling you to hold back until you feel that confidence again before you make any particular situation. That way you don't get entangled in a situation. You have more clarity than you do. I'm hearing falter. Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Two healed people. This is reminding me of a screenshot I took the other day. Someone sent it to me. And then I saw one right afterwards. And it was the full moon eclipse. Is it that one? This one. She sent it to me. Emotionally mature love is not two healed people meeting at the finish line. It's two self-aware people staying in their room when their patterns resurface. And then I just happened to come across this one, hard truth. If you wait until you feel better to start living, you might be waiting forever. Go live your life. Do it sad, do it anxious, do it uncertain. Because healing doesn't always come before the experience. Sometimes the experience is what heals you. And I'm not seeing anything with pain here, but I did just get pulled to this. And I screenshotted it because we were talking about the blood moon. Total eclipse, spiritual reset. Virgo invites you to cleanse, realign structures in your life, destiny revealing. It's time you trust the process. Whatever is surfacing now is asking you to heal, asking you for healing, integration, surrender divine timing, alignment, embrace the wisdom that Virgo offers, healing a sacred ritual, or just life reflection of your soul's evolution. But Marsh just came across that one and sent it to me because someone sent it to her, and I was like, well, yeah, I mean, that's how shit works sometimes. And she was sending me the moon stuff, and I was trying to like break it down in the sense of, just because the moon's here, if you're not partaking in that energy, guys, and wanting to release certain stuff, it's not going to be smooth for you. I'm hoping that somewhat makes sense to some of you. You have to put the work in. Like, if this is an apology and you want it but you don't know, like, there's too much like I don't know, whatever this scenario is, it's either like a duplicate, a replica of something that's already gone down. And it's like throw chakra, someone has something to say. that they're not saying. I don't know if somebody here thinks the wheel's going to turn on their own, but this is the Chariot, but I saw the wheel. So this is about moving something forward. And I'm not like the whole moon thing. And then she sends me stuff like this, right? And she's like, oh, look, and it makes so much sense of like where I'm at. And I'm like, yes. But if the other person is not there, when it comes to two people, or they are there, or they're not expressing, or X, Y, Z, or you're not doing much, right? So that energy, when you see something like that, can explain where you're at. But if you're not looking at something, like if you're not looking on, how do I fix this? How do I change this outcome? What do I do? Instead of just telling you what the moon, what the transits are doing, it's not going to help you. And I'm not saying you need help here, but there just seems like a lot of confusion, which I don't, it's like I don't see it, but Seven of Cups can be confusion sometimes. But that Seven of Cups to me was like an offer, like somebody is going to offer you this, or you've offered this already, or you're nervous about offering something. It's almost like your eyes are shut, knowing something can move forward. But it is, I don't know if you're questioning if this is the right thing. I mean, it looks like justice is here. Justice wins. Karma wins here, but in the sense of also your approach. I hope that makes sense. Like people just want to relate to transits, like, oh, this X. No, it just doesn't work like that. And I felt like I was a teacher there. I felt like I was actually someone I know, and he's actually a guy. So I don't know what's up. I don't know what just happened there. What the fuck? That's never happened to me. If you're feminine, maybe you want to tone it down a notch. Make sure you stay in feminine energy, because this type of energy would have no problem matching somebody else's energy. And I think, again, I'm seeing with the wheel here, it's not even the wheel. If you're just going to match somebody's energy, where are you going to get in this process? You're not. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. It's almost like you got the Six of Cups here, then you have the Seven, and then, which is a 4. I don't know if this is happening to one of your children, or your children are like, what are you going to do, Ma? If it's a woman thing, or what are you going to do, Dad? Oh, but it's not even Dad. What are you going to do, Pa? There's a past life here. But I don't think this, whatever this is person, place, or thing. I don't know if it's a past life scenario. It's just a scenario that's been played out plenty, and it's almost like she's wearing flags. Little red flag there. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. It's almost saying you have the confidence to move something forward here. Is some type of hesitation in the Seven of Wands. So yeah, a blockage, an obstacle. We have 2 sevens. There's definitely something going on here. Spiritually, it could be part of your birthday, their birthday. It could just talk about the 7th house, the 7th planet. Now I'm getting pulled to 8. 6, 7, 8. But this would be 7, 6. Okay. 5, 6, something, 309. So this is definitely a challenge for you. Her death. What a beautiful card. Because you could easily squash this as if it didn't exist. So I don't know how I feel about that either for you guys, because Are you avoiding something, or is this something avoiding I keep getting pulled to like justice, the sash here, and I'm looking at like all the sashes, but we got one here, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, look at another 7. The chariot's a 7 too. So you literally have 7, 7, 7. Whatever this is meant to go down. It's clearly spiritual. It has to do with the spiritual realm as well. I don't see anything here necessarily in regards to a lesson, but I am getting default. Like you can hit the default button, and they don't want you to hit the default button. Okay. Tell me about strength. You could be dealing with a Leo, but this feels different. 6 of Embers, which is the 6 of Wands. 5 of Swords, which was already at the bottom of the deck. 6 of Wands. So there's some ego here too. Pride and the Wanderer. Tales of the Crypt. Tales of the Crypt. See, something, yeah, see, something just shifted with this strength card. Okay. If this is you're being too indecisive, and it's going to hold you back. It's either you go for it or you don't. Or is this like, I've already been here and done this? But this is also telling me like this is justice. Like there's good karma here. Like you can go ahead and relax. You can go ahead and share that love, give that love. And this could be something too that has to do with work or business. If somebody's just focused on work, they're about to lose somebody. If they're saying, oh, too busy, or I want to situate this, I don't know what that's about, but they're about to lose something. I just got pulled to the letter. So you could be getting some type of message, but it's from the Knight of Wands, which is not really reliable within this reading. It's like, hey, you want to move forward, and then it's like, oh, hey, just kidding, or something like that. But that's not what it's not what it's saying, but it's what I said. So again, it's like nobody wins. This can keep going around and around and around. I'm telling you, or you have to decide to shut this down. And these could be your own thoughts, guys, in regards to something, because somebody comes back, or there's a feeling, or something happens with your kids, and it's like, oh, fuck, I remember being in that situation. And, so this would be more advice. Don't clam up. Everybody goes through their shit, right? It's almost like you can transform this energy. I wouldn't wander too long. You wander too long, you get caught up. It's like a cord around a tree, and it's with the 6 of Wands and the 5 of Swords with strength. Like, you can do this. Don't let your ego, don't let your pride, don't let something get in the way, because if you don't cut a certain cord here, you're fucked. Because it's like, I see that one floating, that one floating. You have a cord wrapped around a tree here. I'd love to be like, and I don't know exactly what the Wanderer means, because there's no major arcana, so it has to do with this deck. I literally waited months for this deck, and I think I paid $60. I think the cards would be a little bigger. I forget the name of this guy. He only makes so many decks, and that's it. It looks like it's going around the whole tree, like this chain or whatever's happening. And then he's floating, and it's like coming, it's almost like looks like a snake or a serpent, but it's also like an umbilical cord right around the belly button. And then the hangman's kind of floating there too. So with strength, they told me to look for things that are floating. You can float in a pool. Do you guys see anything that's floating that I don't see? I mean, the lily pad. How else would I decipher floating? I don't know. Space shot, space. I mean, it could be a spacey there. Silver cord with tethers. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying too. Like that, it's almost like there's no tethering there, but same thing linked to a tree. And the wanderer you can look at any way you want. You can look at it as being grounded, but also a sacrifice here. But it's whatever this is, nobody won in a situation. Now, this is like somebody, you could be dealing with a Leo or a wanderer or that type of energy where they're determined, they're all in, they want this. They want to make it work. But then it's sitting next to the Knight of Wands. Again, I don't know if this is a younger energy. Ooh, I just heard younger energy competing. Is that a flag of cups? Look at, there's a flag. And I know it's the Six of Cups, but it just looks, this, if you stare at that card, there's a lot in that card. Here comes the sun. I didn't even see the sun until now. And I am supposed to be paying attention to depiction. Here's the moon right there. The half moon within the moon, within the sun or the moon. Crickets, clampets. Because I heard wise strength covered. So I'm going to go like that so the cards aren't covered. So it's clearly something you're not seeing or somebody else isn't seeing. I'd love to say it's just on your end, our end, whatever the case may be. But how can you not see? Let me finish this one and do another one. Let's see what this one is trying to depict. Feels like something flipped, but I don't think it did. I think that's just a message for you guys. It's like the coin flipped or the tables turned. Because to me, this justice is here for you, to serve you. Because something was very karmic. So this is telling me that something can move forward within the next 7 days. 7, 14, 21, the next 3 days. The 21st could be significant. The 14th can be significant. I would think if there's more of a significant date, it'd be the 21st, but I'm also hearing the 24th. Next 4 days, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Next 2 days. It says weekend energy. Could be the 9th. What's the date today? I don't even know. We're still in the single digits, though. So what about this Knight of Wands? See how like I almost felt disconnected, and then you have the 8 of Birds. So again, it's like what the fuck is birds? You got the 2 of Swords, Lotuses or Cups. I've only used this deck once. The Embers of Fire. Pentacles? Page of Pentacles. There's Pentacles here, though. The Swan, that's the Lovers, though. For Lotus, King of Pentacles. Six of birds. Are birds really pentacles? 10 of trees. The fuck are trees? Okay. What the fuck? Where's my pendulum? Sorry, guys. I didn't think this was that type of deck, but surprise, surprise. I'd probably use this deck a lot more if it was bigger, but I don't know what the trees would be because the lotuses here are definitely cups. Swords are swords. The embers are fire. It would be like the birds don't strike me as pentacles. I could see the trees as being pentacles. So what I just heard 5th edition. I don't. Tell me about the moon. No, tell me about this 8 of birds. Like to me, that this almost like communication too, but like fast communication. And then you have temperance and the weaver. Those are beautiful. Yeah, you would think it would be air, but we already have swords up here that's air. Unless they're breaking down elements, I'm not sure. I'll have to like literally go through the deck. The weaver is almost very creative, almost like the magician, but we already have a magician in this deck as well. I wish these cards were a little bigger. I just heard sleep with them. So they do want me to connect to this deck. I haven't slept with a deck in years. So they do want me to get to know this deck. So this is somebody who almost like wants to create something here, but like very tempered, and which is ironic because the Knight of Wands is not. So if this is you, instead of going like all in, take a step back. Yeah, but you have the Chariot. So this is kind of like if you're going to do it, you got to do it. This isn't something you can keep pondering or stagger. Stagger? It's just moon. Five of Embers, which is, jealousy. And I don't see jealousy. So why am I calling cards out like that? Sorry. Must be coming up my fucking plant. Because this is depiction. And I did that right from the beginning, and I don't typically do that. So these meanings are meant to be interpreted my way. Because I was like, oh, new deck. I'm going to have to, that's why it's like sleep with it. Don't read the book, sleep with it. What is this? What does that say? The mender? Oh, look how beautiful. Sitting on a lily pad. So at strength, somebody does want to fix something over here as well. So you do have an energy that wants to fix something. It's just the energy is so torn, and then we're stuck on a 9, which isn't good. It's competitive energy. Okay, and this is out of nowhere. I don't see it. There's family members or an ex. There's someone here doesn't want, somebody here wants to cause issues, or they did cause issues, which originally caused or led to this. Because again, it's saying that it can be fixed. I don't know who's trying to mend, if it's spiritual. I hope whomever you're dealing with has learned a particular lesson here, because this is an energy that's, listens to other people's opinions. And I'm being told I got to be careful how I even say this, because I can easily take a memory or a thought and put you guys back in, yeah, fuck this energy. And this isn't supposed to be fuck this energy. This is an energy that's meaningful. So if you got multiple people coming around, or this could be multiple situations, this would be something I'm hearing worth mending, but I'm not seeing, I'm not seeing something. I'm not seeing like another energy. So it's like a double stack, triple stack. What is it? A fucking burger? Like, this is multiple things, but if you choose correctly, the right door is about to open, which can be intimidating, which is almost like telling me you don't want to open any doors. Well, in a way you do, because I can see this energy, but I don't know if it's just, it's too much of a challenge for you. I don't know if this is something you've manifested, somebody else has manifested, but it's here. But you also have other energy here. That doesn't serve your highest good. Could it be the energies of the surrounding people? Because you definitely have a situation here where somebody was listening to other people and it caused chaos, but there is somebody who wants to mend something, but other people won't be happy with it. It's almost like other people could be convincing this person they're better off just, riding it out, keeping the options open. Knight of Wands, player energy can be, or I should say more playful energy. See, I didn't want to make this complicated for you, but there's I'm looking at the maze and I'm hearing, how can it not be complicated? So I do feel like something can be simplified here, which should really be your main focus, because you don't want to get caught up in past energies. This is more taking a different approach, a higher approach, a higher outlook on something. This is a tough one, guys. This is there, you need to be decisive here, and there's that energy is not here yet. It can be. A lot of this is telling me all I know is that this can be fixed, especially with this beautiful card, the Mender, but you also have energies around you that don't want to see you with somebody. I don't know why. But the energies feel almost controlling. Like, imagine someone being single for years and always just, you know, having fun and dating. And well, sounds like me, but I'm referring to like a masculine. It's fun, guys, right? But then you have all these other people like, oh no, you don't want to be with him, you don't want to be with her, not that one, you know, but like somebody here wants to be with you. And to me, you're like, okay, a kink in the road, a kink, like it's a kink. What the actual fuck? There is some haters here. But on their side, I wouldn't say they hate you, but like I will tell you, if you met these people already, they're fake. Because something here, just by these cards, is telling me that this can be a good situation. Do you have the patience and understanding for all of this? Is a different story, right? The what? Cosmic tree, that's nice. Tell me about the 6 of Cups. Like, you can do this. It's almost like you have another chance. I think you're very hesitant to take this chance. You have the Fool, which again is like I said, another chance. And then you have the Bridge, the Fool and the Bridge. Like, you're going to burn the bridge. You're going to... What is the bridge here? 4 of Trees, which is Pentacles. So again, it's like holding off. Hey, Siri. In the tarot deck, what is XV111?
The Tower, 16, most common modern name.
Thank you.
The 16th.
Oh my God, Courtney, why didn't you just use your own brain right there? Holy shit. 10, 5. That's not 16. 10, 5, 15, 16, 17, 18. No, it is, because I have to count 3. Okay, so what's up in my brain? I don't know. Something is scattered here. The feminine brain might be a little scattered when it comes to something in regards to the past. But this is almost telling me what number in Roman numerals is XV111? Because that's not the Tower. It's 18. Thank you. See how that just threw me off just like that? So something here is going to throw you off just like that. And that's happened to me before, actually plenty of times. And I always end up saying the same thing, like, that's weird. Or why does it do that? Number 18 in tarot. The Moon. So it's like having the moon twice. But one's like a bridge, like you're going to burn the bridge. What a weird way of looking at something. This is why they said depiction. And I just looked at that depiction with the seagull. It almost reminds me of, that's not a seagull. That's one of those birds in Nemo, where their mouth opens really wide. Pelican, maybe? Pelican? But it's questionable. So I don't like how this read just ended where it began. It's like, hold on, tell me about the bridge. What the heck? Page of Swords, some type of information, something being spoken. Sometimes it's the truth, sometimes it's that stalker energy. And then with the Fighter. Fuck. Nine of Swords, Three of Embers, Garden Chimes. It's almost like it goes from like beauty to nightmare to Two of Pentacles, like Humpty Dumpty. Again, it's like juggling. It's almost like a pause, but there doesn't need to be one in this Nine of Swords. It's, you know, anxiety, this and that. With the, oh, it's the Ace of Swords, not the Page of Swords. So that does speak of some type of truth or clarity coming out, but it still puts you in this situation. So this is what I'm not liking as your reader. What's going on with this Six of Cups? You know, it talks about future. Yeah, I know there's two. Tell me about the Six of Cups, please. What do we need to know about this Six of Cups? No, it's not the right time. Someone's still trying to figure themselves out. Intuition, the red flags you ignore now will come back to get you later. Love spell, you've been bewitched. This doesn't seem like this. So do we definitely have two energies here that I picked up? Well, obviously we have multiple energies here, but now I'm just trying to figure out how. I don't know if this is you convincing yourself it's not the right time. Or trying to find an excuse. I don't know if you're dealing with somebody that likes to explore other certain situations here, or if you're I feel like this is you convincing yourself that this isn't a good idea. If it's not you, it's the other person. But I think it's you. But feelings resurface. I mean, that's definitely what's happening here. Because this looks like something they actually Spirit wants you to pursue. Oh, so sorry. Stool that I should have fucking moved in the beginning and I didn't. Now I'm getting really fucking hot. I'm getting a hot flash. Okay, so how do we just get through? I mean, we basically was just getting through all of this, and then it's like you're finding yourself at the same fucking crossroads. Hold on. Best advice for the Six of Cups. And this can have a lot with like how things haven't worked out with other people or this person. And it's like, oh, I'm done with this shit. Why the past, yada, yada, yada. So this is some type of love something. You got pivot. Sometimes when things are falling into place and trying. Sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way is a good idea so that your life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How can you pivot even just a little bit? So it's kind of like saying step out of your comfort zone here and do something you haven't done before, which might be hard because this might be like, all right, we went through all this. We like when it comes to forgiveness, this is like in the sense, can you go back into something and just forgive and leave it be, even though eventually discussions need to be had? But this is, are you willing to just jump into something here? Are almost asking you, are you brave enough to jump into something here? Because I think if you didn't jump into something here, you would hesitate and say no. And some of us are going to be like, all right, well, that kind of looks like that would be a good thing. And I think for some of us, it would be a good thing because I do think there's somebody else here. So it's I don't know if you have somebody else in the back of your head, like a current, a past, like there's, yeah. I just got a Snapchat notification. It could, I think it's just speaking of the color yellow because it pulled me right to justice. So something with the color yellow could be representing the sun, friendship. One more for this, please. One more for the Six of Cups, please. Keep going. It may feel as though you've been through this path and journey for so long, and you may wonder if you're making any progress towards your dreams. This message is a loving reminder for you to keep going. You're almost there. So it's almost like not seeing any light at the end of the tunnel, even though you know it's there. Because, you know, we always bounce back. But are we going to bounce back with the right attitude and the right people? So I feel like in the last couple of weeks, I've missed a lot of particular energies here. It looks like the last couple of weeks with energies have been chaotic, undecided. And again, it karmic. Like, I know that's not the wheel, guys, but it's telling me it's the wheel. So a lot of karmic energy. And this is, so like people arguing or not, you know, is laid out, maybe sick, purposely ignoring you. You're purposely ignoring or avoiding someone else. I will tell you what Mercury, they always come back. People you sleep with, people you don't sleep with. In the last 2 weeks, everyone, like people like I haven't even heard of their name in so long. It's like, oh shit. It's like, hi. But then it's like, you also, that's me giving my energy to all sorts of energies, mind you, in the midst of being in Florida and giving my energies to other energies. So in the last couple of weeks, you guys have been dealing with numerous energies. I don't know how well they're being dealt with. I think on your end, probably in a mature manner. On somebody else's, maybe not so much. I don't know if you have this energy in the background that still kind of like pulls at your heartstrings. All I see is something here that is so very indecisive energy, even though you want to say yes or no. So I don't know what you've already experienced with this energy, but it clearly has not been a good experience. And I'd say it's not just once. I'd say that there's been some shitty times with this energy. Obviously, some great times too if there's love. But it's not the love where you're like head over heels. It's just, it's there. Maybe asking yourself, how did I catch feelings for this person? Let's see your best advice for justice. Because this is something where you can move forward. Head space, heart space, spirit. So like, again, like kind of all over the place. Lighten up. You're being asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. Yes, there's hard things happening. No, it's not always easy here on earth, but you can always find time to laugh, be silly, have fun. It's important you do so. Right? So it could be taking your life. I mean, I take my life seriously, but there's times where I know I have to relax and have fun. I do take my relationships seriously too, because I'm not trying to be put in a situation where, well, I don't think anyone wants to be in a situation where it's like, oh, fear, will it work out? Will it won't? Are they, there's a lot of what ifs here. And this is, so I don't know if you've already tried with this person. Tell me about the best advice for the Ace of Cups here, because in a way it's, again, Four of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles speaks of being very confident as you speak, what you believe in, how you feel. But it's a challenge for you. Someone obviously hurt you. I mean, people hurt us all through our lives. People love us all through our lives. So you are dealing with a situation where it's definitely not love-hate, but it's definitely like maybe both of you caught feelings. Some of you might end up in a relationship soon if you let certain energy flow. But I can see you're like, well, there's this, and there's this, and there's this. And how do I think your bigger message here is that completely different approach. Because to me, this is like, oh, no. Like, but I don't know if you want that approach. I don't know if you feel like that would be careless of you. Mingya. What do you want us to know? Suffering in silence, unspoken desires, real feelings, broken dreams, blood ties, family in a circle. So this is like somebody that wants to be with you, masculine energy, authority, discipline, father figure, intimacy, mutual respect, unity, closeness. And this is somebody that you or them care deeply for each other. And like I said, like someone's not saying something, so if this isn't you feeling this way, it's somebody else, or it's both of you. And with this family blood ties inner circle, I feel like that's where like even the Tower energy sits. So it's like, there's energies that aren't going to like this scenario, but that shouldn't factor in, right? We have these conversations all the time. Or I should say, we have had these conversations throughout the years. And it's like, well, fuck it. But this, could require work. And that's where you're kind of like, well, maybe this is too much work. But maybe there is something here that is a dream. Or leads to your dreams. Tell me about this blood tie inner circle. Because I think this is the energy holding it back. Yeah, see, blocked, move on, say nothing, stop calling. There's a family member that's affecting something on their end. And this could be as easy as you knowing that or feeling that. This seems to be an issue or a factor, whether you're aware of it or not, because they're making it pretty prominent. So again, this is somebody who doesn't want you in the picture, which is odd. So I don't know if this is somebody who likes to have control over this person, or, you know, oh, I don't think he's the right person. I don't think she's the right person. Again, we keep having, why do I say we keep having these conversations when I'm repeating myself? We have plenty throughout the years. So this is a major factor here. Maybe it's just not in your face yet. But this is spirit definitely giving you the fucking heads up that whatever this is, and if you guys choose to do this, there is going to be some turbulence. And that might make you feel iffy about a situation because you don't want to be with somebody who is easily influenced by other people's opinions. I would think with these messages that this is telling me that this person is ready to block those type of energies, else they wouldn't be coming in like this. But again, this is a past situation. A lot of our past situations play out very similarly sometimes. So this would be someone, well, I can't tell if you're talking to them now, but it almost feels like it's a current energy, but you've also known them since possibly childhood, college, or past life. Some of you, this could be somebody brand new, or somebody that you only talk to here and there, and they come back around. You don't have to apply to everybody either, guys, right? Like there's messages, I think there was just 2 this morning, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not even entertaining that. Like for instance, you know, this one, good morning, hope you're well, yada yada yada. Like, no, not doing that. And I will tell you, I was supposed to meet up with that person, I don't know, maybe even a year ago. And he always pops in, but he never follows through, which makes me think there's other people, other things. It's not worth my time. Do I think he's great? Yeah. But I'm hearing sus. Like, that word drives me bananas, sus. Like, very suspect energy. You know, like, I'm fucking 48. I'm not going to be like, oh, so sus. Like, it's just, I guess every generation has their shit, right? But I'm hearing, be careful, you're not falling into that shit either. Like, oh, you're so sus. Like, we're adults. People who are forming these words are teenagers or people that are in their 20s. And don't feel disrespected by me saying that. It's just, Spirit's just reminding you, like, guys, like, ghosted. We used to say crickets, right? But we were younger. We're adults now. We don't need to make up certain words, or the adults in this generation don't need to say the same words that our generation gave birth to. So we're up to date. We're not trying to be up to date with that generation, guys. That generation, we still got to fucking teach, because that generation is fucking long gone and lost. It's their babies that are going to make a difference. And fucking hats off to fucking Trump starting that, because that's exactly how this shit had to go down. It's the only way we have a chance, and these generations have a chance to become independent again. You know, liberals, Democrats, oh, you can have this. Yeah, you can have whatever name you want. Oh, yeah. Parents now have the option to write anything on a birth certificate. It doesn't have to be male or female. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not dealing with this shit. And you guys shouldn't either. So I don't know if there's children involved. I don't know why that came in. Because these are two adults, right? So this is what I'm saying. Like, this person thinks you're sus. Like, what? No. Somebody used that word with me. I don't know. Personally, I know people use it. It's lingo. I get it. But why are we using a different generational word from like our own, or so people can relate to us? Like, I'm not sure if I want to relate to people that are just falling into a particular category. So I don't even know where that conversation just came from. Everything I'm saying is a message for you guys, obviously. So I could see why you would have hesitation here, because you're probably very aware of this scenario, whether it's on your end or somebody else's end. But they truly do care about you. And it seems like this person wants to express it, but there's so much hearing backlash. So this energy, or you, is going to get a lot of backlash for this. And I don't understand why, because this looks like a good thing, guys. So whomever you're dealing with, if this isn't backlash on your end, whoever you're dealing with, just know that there's going to be a lot of people not happy with his choice. And too bad, so sad. But just know you're going to be part of that too, and you'd be taking this on. So this might be your message, like when it comes to their family or their close ties, like, say nothing, just mind your business and show up. Because I think somebody here, their family members or somebody here underestimates you and has already spoken shit about you. And I don't think this person stood up for you, but I think they started to. And that's causing possibly a wedge. Yeah, this must be important, whoever this reading is for, because this is saying go ahead and let this play out. Maybe you just need to take a leap of faith, even though this is something you would typically never do, in the sense of what has already happened and what has gone down. And it's very hard for people to dismiss that. And you can move forward from that. It doesn't mean that you don't talk about it within time. But as of right now, if these feelings stand and this is where you want to be, and it comes out this and that, instead of overthinking a process here, if you know that there's feelings there, there's love, there's something, I'd say go for it. And as you get to know each other and as certain things develop, you obviously share more. Because you know how people want to have conversations, hash it out. You can only hash out so much before it causes a separation again, or it causes somebody, to be quiet or hesitant. Like, whatever this is, you've already been through it. You've been here and done this. What do I need to know about this family blocked scenario? What do I need to know? Cutting ties, cutting out separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment. New phase, rekindle, regrowth, renew, regrow, changed mind, rise from the. So it's like a phoenix happening here. I'm trying to decipher. To me, this is happening. This, when these ties are cut, and I don't think this is you like, oh yeah, like I'm getting rid of this. Hammer, sabotage, rebuild, persistent, working on it, repairing. Yeah, so this is like the same. Let me just ask spirit something. Something here is not worth repairing. It's definitely linked to family. It is their energy. Again, this could be a family member, somebody who already tried to sabotage it. They're making this pretty prominent as well. But this is meant to be mended. And again, with this Six of Cups, you do have like another energy here as well. Okay. Have fun.
Yeah. You get more.
Yes. Yep. I think that.
And getting rest.
Want a couple more?
No.
See how you get
See you
that.
later on.
Yep. Have fun. Here's my crystal. Need my crystal. It doesn't make sense for me to everyone's like, oh, not everyone, some of you, oh, but you got a pendulum, you got this, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, they can answer, right? But I got to use my own intuition in the sense of how I'm supposed to break this down for you. So it's not so messy. All right, there is multiple energy here. I don't know if there's like a bipolar situation here or if it's external energy like the family. Well, we know that's there, but I honestly feel like this Knight of Wands is a different energy, and I kind of felt that from the beginning, but the main story focused on one thing. So do be careful who comes back. Like, for instance, this morning, there was no point in even talking to that person again. You already know the pattern, right? And I already know how transits work as well. So I know better than to get caught up in that shit as well. But depending on how this plays out for you, I don't know if you're going to be able to decipher who's who's yeah, somebody wants to talk to you. That was a weird blockage. Yeah, you guys, you definitely I think multiple people were dealing with this. but I think there's an underlying energy here where you should give someone a chance, and there must be quite a few of you watching where it could be this or that. And I wouldn't be surprised if they both come around the same time. And you just don't see it yet because of the moon. And maybe you're like fighting or resisting this one energy, but it's like, okay, well, do I do this? Do I do that? And then within so much time, this other energy comes back around, or it's your own thoughts creating a pattern here. But this needs to be some type of release, which I see you doing. Spirit obviously wanted to make this known, and I think it has to do with both energies. Whomever you're dealing with is struggling with this. And I think you are too, but not in regards to this. You're just struggling with something else in regards to it. And you might know that there's this energy that's not crazy or doesn't want you guys together, but to you, I would think that's kind of irrelevant. You're struggling more with, do I forgive? Do I go in this direction? Do I take that leap of faith? And I think the answer for some of you, Spirit saying, yeah, hands down, absolutely. But all this distraction and whatever's happened is putting you in a situation where you're like, fuck this. But at the end of the day, this is about two people. And if that mutual love is there, that I think Spirit's saying you have to keep hearing melon void or melancholy or melon void. There's a situation here where you got to try to make it work. I don't know if this person is just I feel like there's so many people passing judgment on you, which is fucking nuts. Because this is outside shit. This shouldn't be a thing. But I'm telling you, it's a thing for this person. They could have a lot of regret with how they treated you. No, that's not what it is. This is friends and family members. And every time somebody tries to repair something, or you, like, this is somebody in like their ear being like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Is it worth it? Blah, 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 blah. But it's almost like they keep coming around, you keep coming around. This could be something that's already happening, that's current. Yeah, there's definitely jealousy, evil eye. There's someone that doesn't want you in the picture here, but I don't think you know to what extent. I do think the energy you're dealing with is strong enough to cut this energy off eventually, or put them in their place if they haven't already. To me, this would be somebody who's already put their foot down not to the extreme, but did put their foot down when it comes to somebody saying something in regards to you, or if you're having this conversation in regards to them. So this is somebody that does want to absolutely hands down work on something with you and work something out. I'm hearing it's worth it. But you've been here and done this. I think this is somebody that's been off and on in your life for a while, or if you're already with somebody, this is a situation that's been off and on for a while, and it's like, come on, it's time to let this shit go. And if if people aren't on the same page here, other energies will be cut. I don't know if you're dealing with somebody who shares their business or doesn't take relationships seriously. Here we go, baby ants are back. So I don't know if you were dealing with somebody who doesn't take energy seriously. I mean, they are emotional when it comes to here. There is jealousy. I kind of feel like you already know a little bit of that. I don't know if somebody's trying to convince you here. Tell me about intimacy, mutual respect here with the Six of Cups. Because happiness is here too. You got trash. This relationship's done. Time to move on. Chuck it in the fuck it bucket. Trash your behavior or thinking. So to me, it's something, your thought process. Like, do you want to juggle? Do you want to keep doing this? Do you want to find yourself in this situation? Why are you always on hold? Like, that makes you nervous, this and that, right? You have meeting your basic needs, bowl, food, all needs are met, substance, refilling your spirit, refilling your spirit twice, okay? I think somebody is past something here. I'm getting how hard are you two gonna fight? Are you gonna fight for this? But how much, guys, what is this? I don't even it just seems like it's too much work, but it doesn't have to be. I think this is something that's been going on for a while that you weren't seeing. This could be somebody's ex that wants this other energy where they're at, but it's like sabotaging. It's almost like somebody here still talks to their ex. And, I've been there, done that, try to stay friends. And then over the last year, I'm like, some of them you just don't want to stay friends with, guys. It's just not healthy for you. And that's just what it boils down to. And making that move and pushing it aside, it takes a lot. But I guarantee you, if you've ever done that and you look back, it was a good move. So you have, unfortunately, people around you that are just I'm not gonna like you. And the fact that somebody here talks to their ex, and you ask me, like that relationship, like there's someone's holding on to something that doesn't even exist. Because if it did exist, it would have already been back. And that's not something you can fix. Like this is the mending is here with the moon and the choices we make and what we're going to cut out and what we're going to allow in. And somebody here, it looks like they're easily influenced by an ex. So there's just, there's still love there and it didn't work out, but the love is there. But it's not, nobody's in love. It's not there. It's, you think it's there, but it's not there. And be careful, because this could be somebody who tries to creep in your life too, in the midst of you trying to sort this out, and they want to bring some type of confusion because they don't want you with this person, because they want you single, or it could even be a friend. They want you single, or, they want you available. They want you to be available when they're available. Like it's something really shitty. It's not an energy you want to keep conversing with. I'll tell you that. Whether it's I don't know if it's your end. I don't think it came in yet, but it will. And if it's on their end, it's already there and lingering. But I think this is going to be on your end. This looks like you might even become serious or get in a relationship with somebody, and here comes somebody else. And it's just, you got to remember this energy. And some people will be like, oh yeah, no, I knew this person was going to come back, right? You don't be that person. Not in this read, not this weekend. Or, like just whatever this is going to linger for a little while, but its potency is happening, from this full moon. We probably have a few more days of that. And some people think like, oh, a few days before, a few days after. Sometimes it takes a few months after a transit and a moon energy to get to where you need to be, because this is talking about sacrifices and making the right decisions and really thinking things through and looking at something from a different perspective versus just yours, and you stepping outside of your own past scenarios in order to be like, okay, I understand this is all going on, but at the end of the day, this is, there's mutual feelings. What are we going to do about this? And some people won't want to tell you about these family issues, or if they're with somebody, they're not going to want to tell you if they're just getting with somebody. They're not going to want to tell you if they're still talking to their fucking exes. Like, I still talk to people, and I'm sure if I was to get in a relationship, this person obviously wouldn't be happy with it. And there is certain energies that where I'm just going to have to, play it nice. Not even, I was going to say play it cool, but I'm going to play it cool. Like play it to sense like, hey, I just got myself in a relationship, and I want to be able to respect that. So it's going to have to be mutual, and it does look like it will be mutual. This is just a heads up that you're probably going to run into stuff like this. And it's almost like spirit's telling you all the stuff that you might run into so you don't dodge the situation, because you're going to be like, oh my God, this just feels like how it was, and da-da-da-da-da. I hope that makes sense. Because this is, whatever this is definitely, there's definitely another approach that's needed. It's almost like just go all in and see what happens. And then it's like all of a sudden everyone's going to be tested. But I feel like this is your test. Your test is to go all in this situation, because there is feelings there, but you also know there's chaos surrounding it. And if you're like me, and my brain sometimes would be like, yeah, no, fuck that. And in that sense, it makes sense to do that, right? There's a scenario here where it's telling you to do the complete opposite. Because if you take a different approach, you're not gonna, you guys' approach together is not gonna work. Like you can, it will, but when it comes to like mending and how you approach something, knowing that these energies exist will make it a little more difficult. But I think at the end of the day, if you and this person can get to this one spot, you're going to build from there and you're going to be happy you did. Best advice when it comes to this masculine energy, get the turtle, resolution, peace, fertility, protection, persistence, patience, determination, pace yourself, taking it slow, feeling at home anywhere, emotional strength, remaining on your true path. So it's almost like you're getting tested with this energy, because this is an energy I just don't see you guys. This is not energy that I think you would give a second chance, third chance, fourth chance. But I think there's clearly feelings, and I don't know if you're like, well, where did they come from? Or this isn't the average reading, guys, believe it or not. This is something that's more mature, where there's going to be growth and, substance. And every time I say substance, it's so many different ways. Like when I was away on vacation, I'd say I need something with like substance, like I can't just keep eating, fried appetizers, this and that, even though they're delicious, So it's already here. What are you going to make of it? And I don't blame you if you're a little weary here, because it's not the normal chaos. I don't know if you've dealt with family situations before where there's family members that don't like you. Like, luckily me, I've, with, the ex's family, I've had moments with my mother-in-law, which is ex-mother-in-law, but she'll always be my mother-in-law. And at the end, love her to death. Same thing with like my mom. So it's saying both sides of the situation, right? You always have the ups and downs, but the love is always there. And when this woman didn't like something, she'll fucking tell you she didn't like it. And she was very fucking stern and clear. There was no mistaken if someone liked you or didn't like you. So why did we get into that? There must be a bigger message here. Some people don't like their in-laws. Maybe you will end up marrying this person eventually, guys. I'm not quite sure where this is going to land, because we already knew this energy was here. Sisters, brothers, cousins, friends, whomever, employees, who the fuck knows, right? So with me bringing up my mother-in-law, may she rest in peace along with my mother. Maybe these are women figures, and you don't, what is this? Because if I'm bringing up my mother-in-law and my mother, they both passed, within a month of each other a few months ago. And it was so hard, especially on the children. I don't know if this is a message from the other side of like, hey, don't worry. or we know what's happening. I don't understand why both of their energies just came out like that. Random. Because that could have already been said when this was out. I'm still kind of stuck on that. I don't know what they're trying to say. Something's trying to be said. Maybe like their family members, like their mom is deceased, their grandparents. If anything, I would think this is some type of protection thing happening. So just know there's ancestors or maternal figures on the other side that's going to take care of certain situations. This has something to do with females here. And it would make sense if you're a female and you're watching this and you were referencing another masculine, or if you're same sex, whoever is more alpha. Even though you're omegas, there'll still always be an alpha. I don't think this has to do if you have like exes or an ex mother-in-law or an ex grandmother-in-law, whatever the case may be. If you add this isn't about that or your past. This is telling me there's maternal figures, higher monarchy, looking out for you. Or maybe, there was with something in a relationship with ex mother-in-law, and now they're looking out for you. Well, let's tell you, my ex mother-in-law could be. If she's looking out for me, everybody else better watch the fuck out. It's that type of energy, and I'm giggling because it's fucking true. Never mind all the other feminine energies. So there is something about feminine energies on the other side looking out for you. So it's very prominent here. Very prominent. And again, I think it's on both sides. I think it's on their side and your side. But this person could have sisters, cousins, girlfriends, like just platonic girlfriends. But there's something with interference here. And to me, I wouldn't say it's a lesson. Well, if it is a lesson learned on their end already, but there's going to be a lot more interference. Like people they thought wouldn't interfere, are going to interfere. Like a sister or a really good friend, or, a friend of your mother, your grandmother. There's feminine energy here protecting a connection here. And you might think, I would think it'd be odd if this is a situation for me and she's looking over. At first, I'd probably see like my family, but it's actually not odd because she would have my back. So I don't know if this is you thinking someone's situation's not going to have your back, but this is a very prominent energy. I hope you're taking something from my words because Very odd that that came in, so maybe there's other energies in the family that, don't like you, and you would think the last person would be with my mother-in-law, taking care of other people in the family or certain situations if there's something going on, like rooting for you, not the other energy. It's almost like after their passing, they see how life took a turn for you. And if it's not an ex-mother-in-law or someone like that for you, it's like their mother. Like if you would have married them, she would be your mother-in-law, but she's passed over. I'm telling you, there's something going on like that. And it feels more of the ex-mother-in-law than it does my own mother. And I'm sure my own mother would definitely, look out for that too. But guys, we're already here. We come in with, guides, protectors, certain energies that can tap into other higher energies and frequencies. Guides, for those who crossed over in this lifetime, yeah, they play a part, but not like the ones that you came in with. It's not like, oh, because that one passed over, this one's going to take over and this one leaves. It doesn't work that way. So this is a strong message in regards to somebody who's already passed over, welcoming you into the family if it's on their end. And it's almost like, hey, I'm sorry you're dealing with my dipshit in-laws, or what is, this is odd. This is a bigger problem than I think you thought it would be, or a bigger, and it doesn't need to be a problem, but it is. I do think it is something that's going to need to be addressed. You might not want to address it because you might not see it, but if you don't see it, guys, it's there, and you need to know it's a very important message here. So something here does go in your favor. It almost like it is your dreams, it is your happiness, but whatever's happening in the midst of all this chaos, like this is your dharma, this is your good karma, this is stuff being paid in full. This this is that person that XYZ. But I'm also getting, have you talked to this person? What does a relationship look for them? Do you guys have the same outlooks when it comes to relationships, or is it something you're just assuming? Like there's other stuff that need to be looked at. And whoever you're dealing with is struggling to tell you how they feel. Even if they said like, I love you, or they say this, or they say, like, it's so much deeper than that. But you might already know there's like some type of family strain here. Maybe this person doesn't have like their own rock, or they tell their family some stuff, but not to the extreme. All I know is that it's already caused a rift, or it's going to cause a rift. And I know people don't want to get into a situation like this, but this, I mean, it's pretty fucking prominent, guys. Like this, they want you to know that this is going to be a thing, and it's going to be okay. I don't know if this is something you want to bring up. Well, obviously it needs to be brought up, but I just got done. It's like contradicting myself. I just got done saying don't stress about XYZ and things that have already happened. But Spirit's like, nah, this has to be brought up. This has to be acknowledged as well. You can put other things aside, not on the back burner. You can put them on the side and bring them up nonchalantly. And I don't think you guys should argue over it, but make yourself clear when it comes to certain stuff. I gotta pull on you. I don't know. I think this person thinks you might be naive to certain people not liking you. Well, yeah, almost. I don't know if it's like you're just being personable or nice, or you're just friendly in general, you're not an asshole, But I think this person is, in a way, worried about telling you. So maybe that's why this is something you might want to bring up. Or wait for them to bring this up. There's something about this situation that's extremely important in this reading. Just standing up for a minute and just stretching. Wouldn't say walking away from it, but in regards to this family situation, I almost feel like they're going to bring it up regardless. See, like defense. So this energy is still trying to navigate this situation. I don't know if, because I just got done and I'm contradicting myself, which is really fucking annoying. Because there's certain stuff, like it's just going to leave you stagnant and leave you in this certain situation. And there's other stuff that needs to be discussed that's more important than certain petty stuff. Labyrinth. Among the confusion of the twisting turns and the endless chase, will I find myself in the heart of the maze. And with temperance, there's a maze here with temperance. So like, I don't know if this is just trying to say kind of all in due time. It's definitely how this gets navigated. It's almost saying like you can't let this energy bother you either, because that's not going to help. Like if you get defensive instead of trying to find a way to navigate, you're going to find yourself in a labyrinth. Something needs to be made very clear here. And it kind of looks like it has to come from their end. So maybe this is something that they're going to bring up to you, or let me ask Spirit if you should hold off with you bringing it up. Well, they're not going to answer. They're just saying maybe. So we're not going to get that answer. Okay, they're not answering either side, so you got to do what's best for you here. I don't know if this person's trying to like hide it from you. I think they're going to try to hide it from you, but to me, you already have an inkling. Like you're already aware of certain things here when it comes to their friends, family, sisters, brothers. So, you know, it seems to be a feminine energy. It's like the blind leading the blind, which is a joke. If you're already aware of some type of circumstances like this, do know that this other energy is trying to hide it. I don't know why, but they are. It's almost like, well, I think it's because they don't want you to change how you interact with them because they really like you. And I think they're hoping the family will kind of give you more or less a chance, which is not how, that's not really rational thinking, because at the end of the day, you love somebody, then you're going to navigate the family situation, you know. But if you're in a situation where this person really is to the point where it does matter to them what they think, very much so, they do kind of want to hide this from you because, again, same thing, they don't want you to feel like unwelcome. But to me, with this coming out so prominent, this is something you maybe already would have felt, something you are already aware of. In time, do I think this person would drop their family if it became a huge issue and they really loved you? They would. But I don't know if they found themselves in this situation before and they don't want that to happen again. Like I said, like there's family members here that are like very controlling in the sense of, well, I don't want you to get hurt again, or I don't want you in this situation, and maybe that's not the right person, and blah 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 blah. But that's not going to help. So I want to say I wish you luck, and ta-da, you know. But I feel bad just saying like, hey, I wish you luck here, as if like Spirit's not going to give me the answers. It's just, how are you going to navigate this situation? Because they do want you to navigate your way through it. And this might end up being something that becomes quite obvious within the next week or so. This weekend, it might become obvious. And when it does, I certainly think it needs to be addressed. And I hope this person tells you the truth, because I don't know. I think this person might even lie about it. And I think they're doing it for like your own good. But if that person decides to lie on it and does this, it's going to become an issue. But I do think this person is going to lie, because they want you to be in a situation where you still feel comfortable. But I think this person underestimated you in the sense of, you already know what this is. And you might get really defensive, being like, you fucking think I didn't notice this, or yada, yada, yada. So with the moon being here, this outside energy still has a lot of influence on someone, but they still feel strong enough where they want to make amends with you. Shut to the heart and you're too deep. You get out of the I guess what I'm getting here at the end of the day, this is a problem. And whether or not you're going to address it or let somebody else address it is clearly on you, on how you're going to navigate this situation. Again, Spirit's not giving me the exact what I'm looking for. I can throw cards and tell you what it's saying, but that's foolish. It's already telling me to work on something here, but it's telling me this is actually a big issue, and if you bring it up, it's a good chance they're going to lie to you, which is going to cause a problem. Because if someone's going to lie to you, they're not just going to turn around and be like, all right, you know, like, I don't know why they want to hide this from you. I think you already, and you don't give a fuck. But Spirit wanted it to be very clear in the fact of maybe you do want to give a fuck. But then again, do you really want to interfere with? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're afraid that. I think if a girl comes, say they have a sister, a cousin, a best friend, something, they could be a masculine, whatever. They could have a girl best friend. Like it's almost like cock blocking, but they don't care. You can fuck whoever you want. But when it comes to who you want to settle down with, for some reason, they feel like they got to fucking say. And the more I think about this for you guys, the more frustrating it becomes. So I'm really trying to get like, it's really going to bottom down to acceptance, or again, it could be other family members. Oh, man. Keep getting up and down, up and down. When it comes to, I think I want to use a different. Fashionista. No, it's fashionista down there. I don't think this is someone's kids, or there could be kids here, right? Somebody thinks they're a fucking fashionista or a fucking diva. I don't. You know, like family always says, there's nothing more important than family and blood ties. That's depending on how someone's saying it, that's bullshit. Not all blood ties are good ties, you know. And then you have other ones like family's most important at the end of the day with certain stuff, and that's true too, depending on the scenario. But a lot of family is karmic. Parents are usually very karmic. Again, for me, I feel like I got lucky, or not lucky meant to be, like just the way how my kids have, everything is just panned out. And I think it had a lot to do with me not falling into, you know, societal viewpoints or how to raise children or how to do this. You know, I think somebody got offensive the other day when I said, you know, they wanted to like soft parent, and, you know, soft parent, like not yelling and this and that. And I said, well, I don't know. And I don't want to offend anybody again, but I didn't need a book on how to parent. I don't think anybody needs a book on how to parent, or this, I'm going to parent this way or this way. You're setting yourself up to fail anyway. Like, it's different if you have a teenager and you need advice and certain stuff, but like right off the rip, deciding how you're going to parent without even knowing your child's characteristics or how you're going to become a mother, because that transition is huge and your thought process becomes a lot more different as you become a mother or a parent. And then you find yourself going back to the book. What am I doing wrong? Again, I don't want to offend anybody, but you know, it could take a village to raise a child. Yes. But a book right off the rip, me personally, it's not needed. You got a teenager, certain other things going on, yes, because you're not accustomed to this, or you don't know how to work with the energy. But again, for those who are trying, I want to be this parent or this parent, you're going to be the parent you chose to be at the end of the day. And I think for me, because I just have a love for, you know, the freshies and just it was inevitable that I wasn't going to look at stuff like maybe the other ways people would look at stuff. Again, I don't mean to offend anybody, but there's societal viewpoints here that make this situation harder. So if I take these away and we're just looking at these cards, you know, this is some type of karmic justice going in your favor. Like, you can relax, you can, you know, do this, you can do that. It's pulling me to like couples or a better half or somebody really having your back. But it's like, I don't know if you feel unsure here, or you're questioning yourself or this person because of other people. Again, at the end of the day, guys, that's all societal viewpoints. That's all conditioning. That's all how you want people to see you or interact with you. Anybody can tarnish your name, but at the end of the day, who you are is who you are. And it's not going to bother you if people try tarnishing your name, because can it cause frustration and this and that because of anger and other karmic stuff? Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's not affecting your life. It certainly shouldn't. In a situation like this, you know, in-laws, this could be somebody you just dated, but or you've known for a long time, a family friend, and something all of a sudden someone tells you how they feel and they've been hiding it for a long time, and maybe you just always party together and this and that, and it's like, okay, here comes something, and then it's like, oh wait, I do have feelings. Or this is saying, like, this could be somebody's sister being like, I got to stop this shit. I thought it was going to be that. There is a karmic interference here, and it does look like it's family. And they clearly wanted you to know. But I'm hearing you also got to understand there's other female monarchy on the other side that have your back right now. And they do want you to give someone a chance here. Now, to me, this person looks like they've already been in and out recently. Or this is who you're dating, or this is who you're talking to. Like, you deserve to be this person. You deserve to have that passion, that energy, you know, karmic debts paid off, karmic reward. Someone's Jupiter is in the 6th house. Well, it's on the side of, that's weird, 12 and 6, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it's on the other side, it's still justice, and this isn't the wheel. Yeah, what is this? But they've been saying it's the wheel, it's a chariot. And you do got like the Pisces symbol there. Even though the chariot represents Cancer. This could just be saying there's a fire sign trying to interfere with water, or air and fire trying to interfere with water. Some of you are dealing with an earth sign, but the pentacles, like the stability, they could be earth, but the stability is off because there's feelings here, but then it's thoughts and feelings, like which way your ball gonna bounce. What are you gonna go with? You're gonna let your thoughts take over, or you're gonna lead properly with your emotions. And because there certainly is a stuck energy here, whether you realize you're stuck or not. Again, it's like the whole contradicting thing where I said earlier, in the sense of certain things you're better off not being said, or just the surface things, right? Is the depth that's needed in a situation right here this weekend for this, more than the surface thing. So it's if you're going to have a heavy discussion, you're going to talk about something, you know, talk about the feelings you have now, not how they did you wrong, how he did you wrong in the past. Like, that stuff obviously has to be hashed out and talked about. But the main thing here is discussing the feelings and being like, okay, the feelings are here. I don't know what to do with them. But you don't want to be like, oh, so it's okay, you don't know what to do with them. But in the sense, if the feelings are here, go for something, try. Don't do nothing. Because if you say the feelings are here, but you don't know what to do with them, and if you're not going to try, you're going to stay in the same situation and nothing's going to move forward. Well, it's going to move forward, but in a different karmic. Like, this is the wheel to me, even though it's the chariot. They keep telling me the wheel, the karmic wheel. And you have justice playing hand right here too. So you can either get karmic justice, karmic retribution, or just straight up, you're going to be fed trash. I think whomever tries to interfere with what's going on, I want to say astrologically, but to me, it's like the Pleiadian, like in the sky, the stars, the planets, everything, Milky Way, and black hole. I mean, what same thing? I don't know. Oh, we have something new. A new path, it's new. It's in between here and worlds, but now that I'm staring at her hair, I noticed that until I just looked down. There's something new in the sky, right? The cosmics, well, I'm sure that will come out in another read, but all the way to the next episode. Is that Snoop Dogg? No. Warren G. How far back are we going here? All the way to the next episode. I don't know what that is. Something with a W. Baby beluga in the deep blue sea. He swims so wild, he swims so free. Water. Water, 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 water. I mean, there's definitely past life here, past love, past situations. This could be, honestly, if you're about to get pregnant or something, this could be resemble somebody in your family, your ex-mother-in-law, somebody who passed over. If there's pregnancy here or something going on, and it's like uncanny. It's two words here. I know it's where it's like, oh, you just know, or it's like, oh my gosh, there's so much, like, you know, great grandma or whomever. There's so much, like, you know, and it actually could be your great grandmother, you know, because you didn't meet her in your lifetime, and this is ancestry, you know, this is heritage. It's so it's like, here I'm here to meet you, you know. It's like, you maybe you were pregnant and she passed before your mother gave birth. I'm pregnant with you. There's something here happening like that, where this is either like your best friend and you bring them to your family and they're like, oh man, who does she remind you of? And it's very, very canning, there's like two words they want me to use here. Can't, like, cantering is like a horse, like very canning, very, very canty. Well, we all know what I'm trying to say. I'm looking for a word where, how does it fit? But this is quite the read. I see this again without it surrounded with feminine energy here. And I do feel like uncanny. It is, somebody's coming back as somebody because they didn't have a chance to meet you. But typically they meet you on the other side. Like, typically, before you hold even your own child sometimes, they've already been sitting in a grandparent's lap or a best friend or somebody who's going to play a very significant role in your life, because it's what you've already agreed on, whether you remember or not. It's destiny, and destiny doesn't play out because you choose fate. You're just going to repeat cycles and things. And actually, that was on my mind the other day, and it was weird. It was kind of like heavy one day, and I was like, why is this energy coming back? Or not even back, like, why am I thinking about this energy? Well, apparently it's out there. And I was thinking about it because everybody, goes to the light, or they say what you should really do is turn around, and you don't have to do all that over again. And I feel like I want to turn around, but I remember Mia being like, well, I'm going to the light. I'm going where you're going. And it's like, well, I don't want to tell my kids I'm turning around if they think they got to go to the light because that's where they see family. That doesn't mean that's the direction you want to go. Like, look around. So easy to go towards that energy because it's familiar. There's a lot of feminine family. You have more feminine that that are dead, passed over on the other side than you do masculine. You might have more masculine guides that are curing. Wow. So you might be getting a new guide. Me personally, I definitely feel like my mom wouldn't come back and be a guide. Like, no. I thought we had our guides in certain things. There's a lot of things I've learned along the way. But I do think one of my, best friends that passed away, Danny, he definitely pops in and watches over me for sure. And it's just the link we had and how everything went down, which is an amazing, beautiful story for another time. I've already told it plenty of times. But for those who know what I'm referring to, it's like that energy, not the maternal, but if there's a friend that passes away, maybe they have a sister that passed away too, they're trying to find each other. There's something going on with the dead here. I'm just seeing the horseshoe right there with the horse, and the horseshoe just kind of being random there. I do see 4-leaf clovers. So it, with the strength card here, it's also talking about luck. But it's like with the strength card, you went through shit luck, but it's not usually about luck. That's interesting. Red lobster, weather vane. Maybe you're going to eat lobster. I know it's a lobster, but it's red, it's prominent. It just sticks out to me in this particular card. I mean, look at the birds, 2 different shapes, different colors. Like, if you really if you really, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Maybe you're supposed to internalize it. Got a button or like a bell there. I'm just trying to give you Jacob, J's, something maybe with a J. An A can be relevant. Look at the lizard on his neck. Tattoos. Person gonna have a tattoo. You're in your water. I am hearing you're in your water era, not element. Or you are water. Water era. What? The fuck is a water era? What the fuck? Is that even a thing, guys? Like, what? A spiritual meaning for a water era? Age of Aquarius. Well, we are. Signifies a massive shift in human consciousness from rigid earthbound structures to fluid, emotionally driven, and intuitive way of being. It represents a collective moment towards deep emotional healing and the reemergence of a sacred feminine and go with the flow mentality that prioritizes adaptability over brute force. Resilience, especially with strength, embracing the unconscious of whatever is happening here. It can also highlight the softness, but not weak. Don't mistake softness as weakness, but being powerful, a patient force that can shape surroundings like water or carving stone. So you guys are in your water era, which is the whole age of Aquarius. Well, that's interesting. Whoever that relates to, I would definitely go look that up. I've never heard of such a thing. I mean, I know exactly what it's saying. It just the the spiritual side must, astrologically, cosmically, the stars aligning. How I don't know how they want me to say this. Like we have spiritual word awaken, and then the government a sacred word, trashed it. Well, I don't want to use that as an example. Well, like Aquarius, you're a water barrier, but why am difficulties trying to say what spirit's trying to get me to? It's not even spirit, guys. I'm dealing with. Wow, I don't know what energy I'm dealing with. I'm dealing I don't know if this is different planets. I don't know what's happening or what I'm channeling right this second, but this is definitely not the average energy, whatever I just awoken or has awakened in me by saying that. What the actual fuckle sticks? Galactic energy, yeah. But I'm not. I still have to say what they're trying to get me to say. We have not Watertown. Why is it got to be water? Water gates. Well, we don't want to use the Watergate either incident. You have the Victorian. Okay, so you have the Victorian era, colonial era, right? Spirit, the galactic, whatever I'm tapping into right now, is a water era. We may call it, age of Aquarius, this and that. It's so much more than the basic words I'm saying. It's almost like in the beginning how I said, like we would say crickets, now they say ghosted, or what's the other fucking one that drives me fucking wild? There's just no need. That bullshit is taught to us. Do you think people in their 70s, 80s, 90s right now want to learn this lingo? No, they can't be fucking bothered. Are you kidding me? But yet the generations that keep coming afterwards or they feel the need to know, create this or create that because the fucking liberals and Democrats are letting them. They're making a joke of this entire scenario, stuff that are being publicized on the news when it shouldn't even be on the fucking news. One day it was like this many transgenders, this many lesbians, this many yada yada. Well, where the fuck is this many straight? Because straight wasn't up there for a percentage within the world. Right? So like what the fuck? Anywho. That's annoying. You wanna say this, and this. Well, how many fucking straight people do we have too? Fucking stupid. But Spirit's making that a point too, because I brought it up a few times without really seeing it until now. Again, I just got a glimpse of Snapchat and I got pulled to like this yellow, not that yellow. And before I got pulled to that yellow, and now I'm seeing yellow everywhere when before I didn't see yellow anywhere. I really just saw it there in that little stripe. It's funny. Just if you just look for yellow right now, you're gonna see yellow. That's like, okay, X everything out and just look for purple. It's gonna take a little longer, but it's actually pretty prominent in all the cards. I feel like that was just something for all of us. That's new. I don't know what it would be. Whatever just happened there. Just be who you are. Like, I don't even, there's so much more happening than what's happening on Earth that's playing out in the sense of in your face material. Because I don't know if you lost track. I feel like I lost touch sometimes here too, because I've been out of it for so long. It's like taking myself out of it, telling myself it's a break. You know, I'm not sure. I just know everything happens for a reason. It was exactly how the way it was supposed to go for me is what I just heard. And I wasn't second guessing that if anybody was thinking that. Again, everything out of my mouth is a word. This now looks like we're going into Oz. I am getting pulled to Egypt. And it's like enemies. Like I really don't want to get into like the whole politics and what's well, I've already mentioned it a few times. But it's like enemies making more enemies, you know. It's Iran fucking with them when it's said and done. Like, why are you taking out like what the fuck are you like? There's like no common sense happening. Like, how are you even gonna rebuild the bullshit that we're probably not gonna let you rebuild because of your own doing, your own hatred, your own religion, what you're taught. But then on top of that, you're gonna go cause more chaos on your end. It's like, what are you asking for? What are you waiting for? What are you asking for? It just pulls me to movies where it's like they had an opportunity to like rebuild, and instead of rebuilding, just not smart. Yeah, there's something political here. Jay-Z. Not Jay-Z. I just saw the number 11. I'm getting pulled to a basketball player. Lamar. Did one of them dated like a Kardashian? I don't know if this is linked to like the P. Diddy thing. Epstein. There's something else that's going to come out. Who did I say at first? Not the basketball. Was it? What was? Do you guys remember the first name I just said? Oh, Jay-Z. But I felt like I was pulled to someone else. But Jay-Z came out. Is there anything going on with him in the news that I'm unaware of? Parkinson's, Hutchinson's. There's swift energy here saying that you can do this. Trap House? Isn't that a movie I think I wanted to watch? And it's a militant movie. I think it is Trap House. The fuck is that noise? It's a cricket over in the fish tank. Hi, buddy. So cute. Just talking to my frog. Just getting sidetracked with my frogs and fish. Oh, and I did pull my animal deck to clarify some things, and I didn't even do it yet. There's something in between the Milky Way, black hole entering, it's the same, but it's not the same. There's something to the right and in between. So almost like, you see her hair? Well, let's just do like, right? Different planets, stars, wherever. Black hole, however you guys want to, like a tunnel, however you want to look at it. We got one coming like straight out. That's probably from here. We got something bearing to the right. We have it all here. So we can see something like this on a radar, chat, satellite, something. But there's actually a whole nother line in here that's not visible to the naked eye or the satellites, whatever they're using yet. Or it is, and they're just not telling us. Not spoken about. I just used that as an S. And I was getting like a Jetson. The Jetsons type vibe, like meet George Jetson. But they don't travel like that. And I know if we can travel and float and do these things with new cars and all this other stuff and what's happening in other countries and how they're creating things is fucking wild, right? We're going to need lanes. This shit's going to happen sooner than you think. But it's going to just cause chaos. So it's like as above, as below. As that becomes known and more prominent, so it happens like simultaneously at the same time here. I'm getting the Jets, but like Jets like football. So something's going on with basketball, football, money, corrosion. Instead of corruption, corrosion. But I get pulled to like a seaside or like a shipping docks, but like in the ocean. What are they called when they're in the ocean? Like I don't know. They have their own thing. Shipping dock, something like that. What's happening with the ocean? I just got pulled to a prediction. Remember I was saying something about certain ships being taken out? I don't think that has to do with taking out the Navy, Iran's Navy ships. I don't know if somebody was thinking that. So again, back to Iran, potato. Well, no one saw that coming. That was quick. It did change things, but like justice is being served. There's something bigger going on in the galactic here, though. That seems like it's relevant for you. It's not something that should be dismissed. Maybe it's thoughts, visions, dreams. The gorilla, 7 of Wands, courage, achievement, self-sabotage. I was just talking about the gorilla of the day. Oh, because everybody, what's that? Monkey punch, bamboo punch. And I was saying, we were just talking about it. I don't know. Is it punch? I don't know. Again, here. Okay, so there's something going on with Snapchat because the picture of this is on Snapchat. And then Jess was filling me in and watching the videos, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so sad. That little guy, Punch. So I was being funny. By the way, Punch is having a fabulous time. But I said, I don't know much about bamboos. They call it's a monkey, but Punch is a bamboo, a baboon. And baboons, they're not, it's a different species. Like a gorilla, like if you were to give a gorilla a baby or a baby that's not theirs, there's a good chance it's going to snap its neck or instantly kill it, as you're hoping for the best, right? That also could have happened to Punch, but you have to take those chances. You have to. It was very important to integrate him back into all of that. Always risky. There's no guarantee in this, what do you call it, the ape world? Orangutans seem to be able to nurse someone that's not there, especially if they just had a loss. I don't know why this is relevant, but it did come in because, you know, a lot of people are bent out of shape. How, you know, like take Punch out of there, and it's like you can't do that. Like he has that human bond, but he also needs to have that bond back with his own kind. You know, it's important, it's relevant, it's necessary. I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's, you know, it's necessary, this and that, but a majority of people are just like, oh my god, you know, it's like, no, we don't want to see stuff like that, and it's awful, it breaks my heart. But that other bamboon that took Punch also sacrificed her own life, because there's a good chance that she won't be accepted back into the group because the group didn't want Punch. Does that make sense to you guys? So she might not even get accepted back into that group, and it's just the two of them for a long time until they can form, you know, another group, and it becomes more of a community. She did it anyway, so hell yeah to her. What she sacrificed, and that's what I'm saying, because it's an animal and you don't get it. What she sacrificed is so much kind of more than just Punch. Punch is just starting, you know, like learning the ropes. So I don't know why that message is so relevant, and I also feel like it's very connected to this energy for some reason. I don't even remember what I was fucking pulling cards for anymore, but that message had to come out. And yeah, Punch is adorable. But that one individual that sacrificed her whole community. Maybe this has to do with the war. Maybe. Is it fair to women and children and other, you know, all mankind? Is it fair? No, but you know, there's certain, at least we're not attacking villages. We're not attacking, you know, we attacked what needed to be taken out. I knew it was coming. I just didn't see it coming like that. But sometimes it's just, you know, it's got to go down like that. I do like that we're not attacking other, you know, unnecessary situations. But yeah, I don't. So someone's making a bigger sacrifice here, but it's spiritually. It's not here, but you're not seeing. Someone's not seeing something much bigger, and I don't think it has anything to do with this upcoming relationship or maybe a relationship, whatever that is. I don't think that's necessarily linked, because I just jumped from all that galactic into intergalactic. So they say intergalactic. Okay, that galactic energy. Was this one of my galactic decks? I guess it was just needed for new energy to come out, because I haven't been working with the galactic. Well, I'm always working with Pleiadian energies, galactic energies. But there's only so many times where I actually say I'm working with galactic energy. But this feels like everybody. Like I just got pulled to Mars, but not Mars. Like not the candy bar, not the planet, but it is a planet. There's something Mars in a planet. There's something Mars up there, but it's not a planet. It's white. Again, it's not like there's a silverback here, because I could be, but then there'd be a whole different story with the silverback too. We were all once apes. Mankind was all apes. I don't know what's going on here for that message, but it's intergalactic. What? Who says that? Intergalactic? Anybody know? Anybody know? The Beastie Boys? Oh, hi, honey. Hi, guys. Is it the Beastie? What song would it intergal? Is it the Beastie? We were just talking about the Beastie Boys last week. Hey, Sunshine. Oh, you're talking to me. Intergalactic. The Beastie Boys? Well, what do you know? Do we know what the next line is? I feel like I've been saying that like since I was a kid, though. Maybe I'm wrong. But I did just get pulled to my R2D2 underwear and tank top set. Man, I wore those until there was fucking holes in them. I remember when I think my mom threw them away. I think I didn't tell me. I cried and cried. And she bought me this, one of my favorite outfits. And it was yellow. But I'll never forget it because I know that I think she was saying like we didn't have extra money. I don't know. I just remember being like, no, just got you something last week, and it was random. Like she would go shopping and I would randomly just go, but it wasn't like, hey, pick out something for yourself. It was kind of, I don't know. I definitely had what I needed. I was, very fortunate for that, but it wasn't shopping sprees. And I'll never forget it because I was shocked. I was like, can I get this? And I begged. I used to beg, beg, beg and never get my way. And that day, she must have knew how important it was to me. I'll never forget it. It was my favorite outfit. And it was my favorite color. So again, with the color yellow, no one's wearing an outfit though. Both are naked. I just noticed it's like having the two of wands there too at the same time. Like you have to, you can't stay here. I don't even know where my brain just went with all of that or any of what I just said. I know something about the yellow outfit. Oh, and my R2D2. Oh, because we were like intergalactic and I got pulled to like younger. So no, it must come from something younger than that too. Beastie Boys may have bid it, or clearly had permission. But if I'm going back to those two memories, it just has to do with something with your childhood here. Very maternal energy. And that's been standing strong in this reading from the beginning. Well, from at least the middle of the read. Well, let's wrap wrap this up. Let's get your best advice, and it's probably not even going to resonate with. It will resonate with whatever it chooses to resonate with. That's most relevant for you, resilience and knowledge. In regards to the whole read, like what? Yeah. And now that I'm looking more, it was kind of look like Hershey Kisses, but that kind of looks like a bridge. Is that a mushroom? Those are headphones. It is a very galactic looking, trippy type of look that I did not pick up on. It's like its own little space station. Best advice. Cast away the negativity. So there's a good chance this all of a sudden could creep in, or you're already kind of, lower vibe than a higher vibe. All right. Choose carefully your friends and the people you surround yourself with. At times, you may need to temporarily distance yourselves from the people who cannot see your vision and are not in place to understand your opinion and feelings. Allow them time to grow stronger and try to see why they feel vulnerable. The rose and the snake in the mouth represents the kindness, to soften the negative words, and through by adapting positive attitude, consider whether it's more important to be right or to build a happy and peaceful presence. With a bit of kindness, you might be able to turn the currents in your favor. Playing games is not the path you want to take now. The sword in this card is a symbol of protective power, but also of honor and justice. And it does kind of explain the read if you guys have been watching this from the beginning, in a sense. It's just that very powerful energy where there's certain stuff trying to explain that's like petty relevant, but not even petty. That's really relevant, but not relevant when it comes to expression emotions about how you feel about one another, even if there's anger, even if there's resentment, even if you're not really sure you know this person and it's scary because you feel like it's new and it's like, oh my God, I feel like I've known you or something. Like there's something much more of value that has to come out of this. Use this card. Where are we at? Use this card when you need to release the negative energy that may be blocking you. Keep this card near when you're trying to grow stronger and rise above resentful eyes. Look at the snake on the card and imagine it hissing. Suddenly its tongue turns to a beautiful rose, and then the snake becomes calmer and falls asleep. I sit with my boundaries. I set my boundaries with kindness. So it's almost like taking that emotional approach versus fuck you, fuck that, go fuck yourself, because we all do that. So like I said, I don't think a lot of us are familiar with this approach. And for some reason, it just seems very relevant. I think it's an approach you guys have never probably taken. I love you guys. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and I'll be back. Love you. Hey, buddy. I am. I'm just wrapping up YouTube and my battery down. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. Hope this all works out for you. I'm sure it will. What up, Buttercup?